wahala, your breakthrough, idea. Welcome to the chat room.
This no be ordinary place. Now a solution they show face. Lady Mary they lead the way. With guests we go blow your brain. Talk your matter make we solve 'em. No judgment, just love and wisdom. We dey discuss, we dey learn. Every episode you gon' feel the burn. Oh, the chat room. Now here we define the way. Oh, the chat room.
Oh yes,
We go talk and clear, no delay.
no delay.
Oh, it's interactive, educative, informative, and unapologetic. Oh, the chat room. We unstoppable, no be lie.
You,
Hey, the chat room. Hey, now here we define the way. We the chat room. We go talk and clear, no delay, no delay. It's interactive, educative, informative, and unapologetic. Oh, the chat room. We unstoppable, no be lie. Oh.
All right. Mr. Mensah, please go ahead.
Starting with the introduction, I believe.
Yes, please.
All right. So my name is Mensa, just as it's spelled, without the H. I mean, the H is there, but on social media, I do without the H. A father, a husband, and I'll probably say, relationship speaker, I believe, because I love it, those type of conversations. I'm not good, introducing myself, but let me just end it there. I think, as the conversation goes on, you get to know a lot more.
All right, Jonathan, go ahead. You're muted.
Can you hear
There
me?
we go. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I'm Jonathan Tanga. I have had the grace to lead worship in many, many different places. I'm a PK, which has come with a lot of burdens, but it's a blessing. Overall. I'm also a student, and yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. Minister Francis.
Hi everyone. So I'm Francis Armour. I'm a minister. I sing and I'm a recording artist. I'm a dad. I'm a worker. I think that should be it. And I'm actually married to one wife with 3 kids.
Okay, Tracy.
Hi, my name is Tracy. I'm a business management student, and fun fact, I am a singer. And sorry, yeah, that's what I'd say for myself.
Eunice.
Hi, my name is Eunice. I'm currently a nursing school student, and God willingly, I will be done next year by this time. So next year by this time, y'all can address me as Nurse Tiwa. Fun fact about me is I like to cook.
Yeah. All right, everyone. My name is Lady Mary Boadu, and I am your host for the chat room. Mr. Mensah is co-hosting today for us. If you don't know who he is, he does a lot of great things on social media, so please look for him. It's M as in Mary, the number 3. 1 second, the number 3. So, people might end up typing E instead of 3. So it's
Instead of
Mensah,
3. Yeah.
like he said, without the H. So just as his name is showing on the screen, follow him on TikTok. And I think Instagram as well. But please follow him. And last but not the least, Mr. Engineer, can you introduce yourself for us, please?
Well, I guess you did the introduction. I'm Derek Williams. I am a worshiper. I see everyone is part of the church, so I call myself a worshiper. I'm a civil engineer by trade, and that's pretty much it. I guess I could give a fun fact is I like cooking. Something new. I like cooking.
Really? Okay. Okay, then you're gonna have to make me jollof rice when we are done on here this show.
It's fine.
All right. So, as we all know, we want to apologize for those that are watching us for not, coming on last week. Last week was quite a busy day, and we apologize to Mr. Mensa too because he definitely did showed up, but we could not make it. And um, Jonathan, we apologize for that as well. I know you were supposed to be on. Sorry about that. Thank you for forgiving us. But here we are. We are rounding up our discussion, on the Gen X, Y, and Z, bridging the gap, the lessons we've learned from the past. And I think it's been an amazing session so far. And we are ending it all tonight, or this evening is the grand finale. So, with that, wasting much time, I'll let Mr. Mensah take over and then keep us rolling. Thank you.
Yeah, so I think maybe we should start with what we were discussing before we went live, which is, well, I think it was two things that you mentioned. Was social media,
Okay. Okay.
um, if how do you guys view social media? Is it being advantageous to y'all? And then the other part is the view of marriage that you guys have now. And then maybe from there we can tap into it and discuss it a little bit more. Maybe we should start with the ladies first.
Okay, ladies. Oh, but before then, I actually told you guys all the link. Do well to please invite other people. Let's share so that we can have other people joining us tonight. Thank you. Go ahead, ladies.
Sorry, we were trying to figure out who's going first.
Yeah, Eunice.
I'll start with the marriage question. And the marriage question was, what is our view on marriage, right?
Do you guys think marriage is an achievement?
Mm,
Do you think it's an achievement? What's your general view on it? Do you plan to get married? And then we're
of
going to the
course.
okay.
One, I do plan to get married, God willingly. You know. Achievement. You think it's an achievement?
I don't think I don't think marriage is an achievement. Like I feel like that if you put it that was like a trophy or
A
this thing.
prize or
Yeah.
something?
I feel like the work you put into it and like, having a successful marriage is, that's what makes it an achievement. But I don't think marriage like in general is, I don't know how to explain it. In this thing. But yes, me too, I do plan to get married. God willing.
Yes. Achievement. I would say it is part. I think marriage is an achievement, but I also think that it should be at least everyone's end goal. Like that should be a goal, like for real, because you need a partner.
Mm-hmm.
And then, sorry, it's just true. And then the second question, which
Social
was
media.
social media.
Mhm.
Social media can be interesting at times, but for me personally, I just use it for entertainment. Like when I'm sad, I'll get on TikTok real quick, scroll, and then get off. But apart from that, I don't really use it much, I would say. So I can't really speak too much on that part.
Um, I agree with her as well. I just use it purely for entertainment purposes, but it is helpful. Like for example, sometimes there are certain things like I want to know more about, and I use social media to learn about those things. So that's the good part about social media.
Derek.
I'll start with the question to answer last. I'll say social media for me, it's really interesting. I'm not the social media type of person. I don't really post or involve myself. I mean, I am on social media, but I think social media is like a social currency now these days. That it's very important for us as young people to use it wisely. I'll say people use it to get income. So I'll encourage people, in my opinion, I encourage people to use it in a way that is beneficial to them. Like Tiwa was just saying that she uses it to when she's sad. So I'll encourage people to use it like when they're sad or to make money. You can be a content creator and gain some money from that. And so I guess there's a pros and cons to it. And sometimes it's draining for us as young people because sometimes we'd be there for a long time just scrolling away. But I think if we have self discipline, we can use it for the benefits. And I hope that's one of my goals next year is to kind of use social media for my advantage, even though there are cons to it, but to make sure that I do and I use it the best way I can.
Jonathan, you want to come in?
Yeah, I agree with a lot of what Derek said. I think with social media, it's really, I don't know, it's really a battle of influence. I think every time I get on social media, there's lots of noise everywhere. Um, and it's really a decision of like, okay, how am I going to use it or am I going to abuse it? When I look at using it in a gospel lens, in a Christian lens, it's more so, okay, how can I use this as my pulpit, as a platform to um, have the gospel be reached, whether through people that I don't live with or I don't see on a day to day, or just the online platform, or abuse it in a way where, okay, 1 hour of scrolling on reels turns into 10 hours and I've just wasted my whole day. Um, so yeah, I think social media is a great thing. It's a beautiful thing. Like you said, social currency. But I think it's all about how to handle it correctly. So
Minister Francis, do you want to come in?
Yeah, so I'm gonna tackle the social media first, and then I'll talk about the marriage as well. Um, I would say, just like everybody else have said, it has its own good and bad side. It depends on what you're doing and what kind of choices you make. For example, recently I was just reading something somewhere, and then someone said social media helped her mom. So this is what happened. Her mom was looking for something, that she's been looking for ages. And apparently her mom is very good with research. So if the mom came to say that, hey, I'm looking for this, I've been searching for it from everywhere and I can't find it, then it means she has really searched for it. So all she needed to do was to put it on her social media account and say, hey, can someone help me look for this, and that? And then, within a split of seconds, someone just came back with an answer. So this is just to say that social media helps, for it depends on how you're using it. And then also it has its own bad side. There's social media bullying and other things. So it depends really on what your choices, how you make it help you. Also, is marriage an achievement? I think it's very subjective. Depends on where you're coming from. It can be an achievement for you. For example, if say you come from a family where marriage has never been successful for anyone, and hope like it's helping you, it can be an achievement for you. But marriage itself in general, I believe is an institution made by God that everyone hopefully should well, not everyone. I also read recently that not everyone should be married, and I was really surprised. I think it was in the Bible. I was really surprised. But yes, marriage can be an achievement based on where you're coming from. And then in general, I believe marriage is something God has instituted that everyone, when they get the opportunity to get into it, they should get into it with, with pride, I believe.
Okay, we have another young lady joined us, Miss Benedicta. So when she's ready, we would bring her back in. Mr. Mensa, do you want to go ahead and piggyback of what they've said, or?
Yeah, so I guess my next question will be, what is the view that I'm not sure. I think Mr. Francis is the only one that said
It's
he's
not really
married,
working for
correct?
Mr. Mensa today.
Mr. Mensa,
Sorry.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
We can hear you. Can
Okay, I
everybody
thought
hear
you
him?
couldn't.
No.
We can all hear him.
I can hear.
No, Francis says
Oh,
he
I can't
cannot.
hear him.
Then that means he has to go out and come back in.
Yeah, if he can go out and come
And
back
come
in,
back in, yes,
you
please.
probably will hear me.
What's that?
Yeah. Yeah, please
Yeah,
go
so
ahead.
what I was saying is I wanted to know what is the view of it, because everybody's pretty much saying yes, it's a beautiful thing that they hope to get in at some point. But then what is the view of it for them? So when you say I want to get into this institution, what is your view of it? What do you think of that? What do you think that really is? I guess that would be like my follow-up question to kind of gauge where you guys' mind is at when it comes to that. So let's say if I say, um, the last week or the couple of weeks ago when we discussed adulthood, right? And then we were asking, what do you guys think of? Minister Francis, can you hear me now? And we talked about adulthood, and then we discussed, what you guys think of adulthood. What do you think that is? And then we had, so many different examples of what y'all thought being an adult really is like. So in terms of being married, what is that for you? Like when you look at that institution, what do you think that is? Like if you can give me a good idea of what you think it is and why you think it's important for you to get into it, right? If
Yeah.
you can discuss that a little bit.
I think they want you to mention their name. So Jonathan, you want to go ahead?
Oh, we were gonna
Now
go.
I cannot hear you.
Oh, I
You
can
can't
hear.
hear me?
I literally cannot hear nobody. So let me see. Let me try with the phone.
Eunice,
Maybe the
can you
phone
guys
might
hear me
help.
or no?
Yeah,
I
we can
can.
hear you.
Okay. Okay.
And we said if it's okay, can we answer that one?
Let me try with my
Yeah,
phone.
go ahead. Okay,
You wanna go
Benedicta, I
first?
think Benedicta is ready.
Can hear.
Okay, I can hear you now. I don't
Okay.
know what you did, but I can hear.
Can you hear everybody?
Yes,
Yes.
I heard the ladies
Okay.
and
Then I don't know
yeah.
what I did. Okay, please go ahead.
For me, my view on marriage for me, I feel like it's like a lifelong partnership between like two people who always chose each other and chose to grow together. Um, and Marriage, I feel like should be God ordained. Like hopefully you guys God brought you guys together. But I feel like it's mostly about commitment, teamwork, and like two people having shared values. Like in the Bible, the two shall become one. Two people coming from two different places, coming together and to create a beautiful life together. Hopefully, so that's my view on what marriage is.
Okay.
Are you guys, did she
Well,
speak for both of you or
that's what I was kind of waiting.
Oh, sorry. I think she did. She did
okay.
touch most of what I was gonna say. I was gonna just say my view is mostly like God ordained. It should be God ordained. It should be mature. It should be respect. Like not the little things, but the little things.
Okay. The little things matters more to you then.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Derek, you want to come in?
Yeah, for me, I'll say two things. For me, marriage is what I think of marriage.
I can hear Derek.
Okay. So
Let
Can you?
me
Benedict,
try to use the phone. I'm sure that
okay,
could also be it.
that's fine. So Benedicta, you're welcome. Derek, before then,
Okay.
you're welcome, Benedicta. We are discussing social media first. That was the first question. What do you guys think of social media? Are you making good use of it? And then we also talking about marriage. What do you guys think of marriage? Do you think marriage is an achievement? But you can introduce yourself and then touch on those two questions before we move on.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Benedicta Ganagyal. So the first question, I think that like social media has just like kind of gotten like toxic over the years. I think like a lot of people are like trying to build their life using like social media. Like they see like somebody is doing this and it's like, oh, me too, like I have to do this. And I think that like social media has kind of built like unrealistic like expectations for certain people, and so that has just like caused people to not be happy in life because they're trying to look at what somebody else is doing. They're probably crying at the end of that video. You won't know. You see their fancy lifestyle, like, you know. But at least for me, I think like I've made like good use of like social media. Like, I don't think like social media like has an impact on me like mentally in the way I think. I don't know. I'm just I like social media. Like I think I learn from social media. Like fashion, makeup, school. Like I go on social media to laugh and have fun, bro. Like I'm not gonna be sad by the end of watching somebody else's something because I think because I'm not so indulged in social media, like it doesn't affect me. I just go on there, I laugh, I learn what I need to learn, and then I'm like out of there. But people are not finding the balance between just like entertaining themselves and trying to build their life based on what they see. So that's probably that. With marriage, I love marriage. I love love. Like I'm a like sucker for love and marriage and that kind of thing. So to me, it's like really important. I don't want to say it's an achievement. I don't know. I don't think it's the goal, but it's a goal of mine. Like if I could get married, like that'd be great. Now, if it's not in God's will, we need to because people keep saying that not everyone would get married, but please, me, I want. So, yeah, I want, I want to sign up for that. So, to me, like, I think that marriage is like a covenant. Like, this is like somebody that essentially you're like swearing to be by them, like till death do you part. So, it's a really big commitment that I think this like generation has like watered down marriage, anything divorce, anything divorce, anything divorce. Like marriage is supposed to be a lifelong commitment. Obviously, there are like certain reasons that will come up that might be a reason for divorce, like that's okay and that kind of thing. But with our like generation, they're taking it so lightly when you're like basically promising the person that you're going to be with them essentially till whoever like decides the part ways. And I've had the like privilege of seeing good like marriages in my life, like my parents, my aunties and uncles. So it's been like beautiful to see that. I think I have a like positive outlook on just how love looks like. But I think other people that haven't seen like the best of love growing up, it might affect their views on marriage. But I know for me, like I want it. I want everything about it. My parents, my uncles, like everybody in my life, when it comes to love, are doing so well and are really showing me like standards that I should reach for. So me personally, I have a very strict program. I don't even play around about that kind of thing because I know I know it's like possible to have good love. I don't
Right.
I don't do trauma love. The thing I don't do that. So me, I love marriage. I love love. So
Okay. Nice, Mr. Mesa. Do you want Jonathan to come in? And then
Yes,
Derek?
he can go ahead. Yes.
Jonathan, come in.
Yeah, I agree with everything they said. I think love is great. God ordained, God blessing the union. Um, but I think when I look at marriage, I see all that and I'm like, that's wonderful. But I also see the practical side of it. I think that sometimes just because you're deep in love and you feel that the Lord has blessed your union, I don't think that means that you should 100% just go for marriage, especially if maybe there are some aspects in your life that you're not ready for. I do also think that there should be, I don't know, you should grow a little bit, knowing how. I don't know if you've never paid bills before, if you don't know how a good credit looks like, if you don't know, just having that financial responsibility. I would say, yeah, just having a good ground in that. Both of you guys having a good ground in that, so that and it doesn't have to be perfect, but just kind of having your hand in that, so that when marriage does come, a lot of those things, a lot of the obstacles, and you both can know how to handle that correctly. So yes, I agree. Gotta find the right partner. Everything that was said, but I also do think the aspect of being practical and knowing these real life things is just as important.
Thank you. Derek?
Um, for me, I think marriage, for me, what it means to me, it's growth. I want somebody that I can grow with, somebody that can push me to be better and I can push them to be better, somebody that I can share experiences with, somebody that I can learn from and can learn from me as well. And we can be able to just create fun moments. I want to have like a friend, not like, just having that weird relationship. I want a friend. I want to have somebody that when it's tough, I can call on them or I can feel vulnerable around them. So for me, that's what marriage is that friend, that person that can really be my everything. I know it's the thing that you're my everything, but can really be my everything and can just be there for me. Another part of marriage that I actually think is cool is having children. I think for me that's one big thing I look forward to is having a son or a daughter. I think it's very cool to be able to bring something in this world and make sure that person, that boy or that girl, become a better person and become a good influence in the world, or become, something of good that can help everybody out. So that's something I look forward to into my marriage, is having kids and sharing that with somebody that I can grow with. Yeah.
Minister Francis, do you want to do you want to circle back? Do you want to add on to what they've said, or you're good?
I actually missed the question.
Oh no, for Benedicta came late, so we had her touch on the same questions. How are they using social media, and if they think marriage is an achievement? And so,
Right.
so if you're good, then we can. Mr. Mensah, please take the take back your mic.
So I guess, well, let me just say this so that you get why I'm asking a lot of questions, right? I think the way I process things, and usually when I'm trying to get people to notice something, is by asking questions, because it's basically me saying I want you to start thinking and processing instead of what you already know. That is why I'm asking a lot of questions, right? So just in case you are wondering why is he asking back-to-back questions, because I want you to actually process it, and then that way you pull from what you already know or what you've learned, even if you learned it subconsciously. So I guess my next question will be, I think Benedicta, when she was speaking, she said something that I've heard a few times. I love love. She said that I love love. I've heard that few times, and I always wonder what that means when y'all say that I love love. What does that really mean, right? And then another thing that I also noticed, when everybody was talking, is I think pretty much in all of it, we are looking at what exactly marriage is in the pro sense of it, right? As in what is beautiful and amazing about it. It's what we are looking at. And I think that is one of the reasons why majority of the time we get into marriages, or we encourage people to get into marriages, and it fails, because the only thing that we know about it is the good thing that we know about it, right? One of the questions that I remember my friend asked me some time ago, because let me say it in a way that y'all don't think I'm a little bit weird. So I'm not a Christian, but I believe in Jesus, right? So let me say it that way so you can get it. A friend was asking me, what is the difference between Christianity and what I believe in, which is Messianic Jewish, right? And then I said, majority of the time, Christians are looking forward to what God is going to do for them. On this side, we are actually looking forward to what God is expecting of us. Now, look at those two things that I just said. Let me bring that back to marriage, right? What I was hearing most of the time is what marriage is going to do for us, and not necessarily what is expected of us in that union called marriage, right? And so I'll pick that back to the I love love thing that a lot of ladies been saying nowadays. I love love. What does that mean? If you think about that, I don't want to say it for you, so I'll let you say that first before I can go ahead. What does that mean when you say I love love?
Okay. So me personally, I'm like a lover girl in like all aspects, right? Like I love people. Like I have a heart for people like naturally. So like naturally how I am, I just love people. I love being around people. So the I love for me like transcends past like romantic love, at least for me. Like it also goes like platonically as well. And like my friends know that. Like I just love love. But I think if we're talking like the romantic aspect, I just love the fact that you're able to love somebody and somebody can love you. And like through that person, like you can kind of also get a glimpse of like God's love in like physical form. So like that's how I like think about that love. Cause I know like God loves me, right? So like to be able to get like a snippet of that in like physical form, like is it feels good that like somebody has like chosen you, right? Which we know that God has chosen us, cool, like that's that. But like for one person to like sit there and say like you're all I want, like I'm going to love you, like it feels good and it's very validating. And to me, like I just see like God's love through that. And so that's what I mean by like I love, like the feeling that comes with like loving somebody and somebody loving you. Don't get me wrong, I've never been in a relationship, so me, I
I was about
Oh,
to
you've
ask the
never
way she
been
was.
in a
have never
relationship.
been.
I was about to ask the way she was
but like
describing it.
from what she said, but I mean, I'm really from what she's saying though. Just as she chooses to love people, the affection, the care, the nurturing. So she's also hoping that she will get that back. Though she's not experienced it, she's loving love in the air right now. Right now, it's it's in the air until it actually happens. But yes, Benedicta, go ahead.
Yeah, but that's how
That's
I
what you
can
mean.
explain it. Like
Yeah,
I've never experienced like that, like romantic love, but like I've seen it. And also because even now I'm kind of still in the era of still trying to understand God's love, because I know God's love me, like God loves me, but like I still want to understand it on like a
deeper.
deeper
Yeah,
level. So like the more I like understand that, I really start to see it in people and how like people love people, and like you can tell like this is how God loves us. But God loves us even more, but like to see it with your eyes and people, it's very
you feel
validating.
it.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Mensa, you good
Yeah,
or
I mean, I don't know if anybody else wants to add to
yeah?
that question that I
Minister
asked.
Francis, I think Minister Francis had a question. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say love is actually a very beautiful thing, you know. So like talking about outside marriage, like loving people,
Yeah,
it's a beautiful thing. You don't know people, you just love on them, you just care for them. And then bringing it back into marriage, when you are married to someone. There was a time ago I had opportunity to share about love, and then I said something when I was preparing. Something just dropped on my mind that many a times we do say we love people. I can use myself as an example. I'm sorry, my daughter
no, you're
just
good.
I
You're
knew
good.
it.
She heard
Um,
love and she wanted to experience it.
and she's very affectionate, as I won't be surprised.
Yeah.
So I had the opportunity to share about love, and when I was preparing, something just came on my mind that many a times we do say we love people, but when they hurt us, we get so angry, and sometimes the love can even fade away. But then I was just comparing to the love of Jesus Christ. He loves us unconditionally, whether we listen to him, whether we obedient to his word or not. So I'm saying this to say that loving in relationship, like romantic love, sometimes it has its easily. I'm so sorry. Can you go and sit down, please?
No, you're good. You're good. Lois does that sometimes. She
Can you
peeks
hear
up
me?
at the back. Yeah, go ahead.
Mhm.
Yeah. So loving someone unconditionally, sometimes it can be hard, but then you love them, by all means. Your For those of us that are married, you can't tell me that your wife or your spouse is, hurts you, so you're not talking to them for the rest of your life. Sometimes,
Some
you will
people do.
act. Well, that makes
Yeah,
us human,
yeah.
but sometimes you'll be hurt. Sometimes you would take the heat of the moment, but then at the end of the day you still come back and you are thinking good about them. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what makes it so beautiful.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Mr. Mensa, take over. Go ahead.
Yeah, I
Derek,
think.
Derek and
Uh,
Jonathan. I don't know. Do you guys want to? Or Eunice? Anybody? Derek, do you want to add?
I think they covered it all. I
They
think.
covered it. Okay,
Yeah, I
good.
think.
Mensa, go ahead.
no, so I think Francis actually bringing it back to the point that I wanted to bring to light
Yeah.
when we talk about what I love actually relates, right? I think when Benedictus says it, most of the time it comes off as a feeling. And I think
Oh,
the feeling part is there. I'm not gonna take that away. But when I was saying that when we were all describing, marriage, when everybody was talking about marriage, we looked at it from the perspective of like what it does and how good it feels, the benefit that we're getting from that, and not necessarily what is expected of us in that union, right? Which is what I wanted to bring your attention to. Is when you say you love, because love, there is a feeling to it, but the bigger component of that is a choice. That is what I wanted to draw your attention to. It's a choice. When it comes to this romantic relationship, it is a choice
Mm.
that you have to wake up every day and make that choice, no matter what is going on.
Mm.
You have to wake up every morning and make that choice over and over and over again. If you rely solely on the feeling aspects, you will lose it eventually,
Yeah.
especially when you live with somebody for a longer time and now they're pissing you off and over and over and over and over. You will get to that point, the feeling is not there.
It's going to disappear.
It's just gonna fade.
It
Yeah, it's
will
gonna
fade
fade.
away. You
Yeah.
will not feel like it.
Mm.
You will not feel like it at all. You will not feel like you even want to sit next to them. But you always have to go back to the initial choice that you made,
What you made.
that I'm choosing that person.
Mm.
That choice comes with making a decision that I'm sticking to this
Mm.
no matter what happens. And I
Mm.
think when I was saying that most of the time is the reason why most people get into marriages and then it fails is because we
Yeah.
think of love as this beautiful this feeling that we get, the goosebumps we get and all that,
We
and
have
we've
this
already,
imagination.
yeah, this
Yeah.
imagination. I think one of my videos on my TikTok, I said they actually think this marriage thing is a Nollywood movie in their minds.
Yeah.
In most people's minds, they think
Yeah.
it's a Nollywood movie. They think that this is the movie they're watching on TV, and at the end of the
Yeah.
day, it all ends so beautifully. And no, that is not it.
Yeah.
Once you sign up for it, you have signed up for one of the toughest jobs you can ever get. And it's not a 9 to 5 job. This is a 24-hour job.
24
Like you,
hours. Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
you are dealing with this job every day. And I think that is what I wanted to bring light to so
Mm.
that you guys can see it from that perspective that look, marriage is beautiful and it's all that, but it's also gonna come with I'm very, very upset because this person disappointed me. This person did something I never thought about that they
Mm.
can ever do. It's gonna come with all that you will have to wake up every day and say, I'm still choosing that person
Mm-hmm.
because I made a choice and I'm sticking to it, that this is my person. Because that feeling, the feeling like Benedicta you are describing, it will disappear.
Wow.
It goes and comes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you feel it and you enjoy that time. And there are so many other times you don't. You don't at all. When the kids are stressing you and you have to deal with school and you have to deal with work, no, you don't. You don't feel like it. You don't feel like you want to be all lovey. No, you don't feel like that at all. Right? So that is the point I wanted to kind of bring light to. Like,
Yeah.
let's look at love from that perspective.
Active.
That you wake up and this is what is expected of this decision that you made, the choice that you made, that I'm choosing that person and I'm sticking to it no matter what. That is the point I wanted to, kind of bring
Bring
light
it
to.
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes a
I don't
lot
know
of
if anybody else
Yeah.
wants to
I
chime in.
want to, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I wanted to also say that sometimes I know Mensa is talking about the huge things, like them disappointing you, but sometimes it could even be as simple as placing this bottle of water in a place where you normally, because we're all raised differently, we're all coming from different
Mhm.
backgrounds, but it will surprise you placing this bottle of water or even placing their shoe in a place you in your mind. This is where I like for us to keep our shoes, but no, I also like to keep my shoes here because I don't see anything wrong with it. So it can even these little arguments can even come from just as simple as that. Maybe finish eating and leaving the plate, or put like simple things. I've heard of stories where people say, like, the man presses the toothpaste from the top, and other people wishes that they press it from the bottom. Some does it in the middle, and these are things that bring argument. But these are petty things, if you ask me, But because we are all raised differently, brought up differently, these are some of the things that we might have to maybe adjust to. If not, these things, man, I heard they bring arguments and fights, and people actually divorce
Yes.
for these things, and I'm like, wow. So to add to your point, yes, we have to be ready for it. So it's not all lovey-dovey. Yes, it's a beautiful thing. And Benedict, I'm so glad that everyone that around you, including your parents, are showing you these examples, and that is what we want. I know Tracy's parents are also they've been married for a long time, so we want these examples. Derek's parents are older, but they are still married. And Jonathan said he's a PK, and it comes with its own hula balloon. But it's actually a good thing. When you have people around you that are going through it successfully, it kind of help. I've had cases where someone would say, I don't want to be married, I don't want to do this thing. Why? Because it's really messy where they're coming from, and so they don't want to have anything to do with it. You get it? So I just wanted to add that to what Mr. Mensah said.
Yeah, I think, before I ask the next question, right? I think marriage is more like these Lego puzzle thing that we put together. I don't know if y'all seen those
Yeah.
things. It's like one of the most annoying thing to ever put together.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get to the end of
The
it
finish line.
or
Yep.
the finish line of it
It's
and you
beautiful.
enjoy
Yes.
it,
Mm-hmm.
you don't mind even breaking it down and doing it all over again because there is this excitement, even though it's annoying. There is this excitement. That's what marriage is more like. It's like a bittersweet all mixed up together, right? And you most of the time in the relationship need to focus more on the good side of it, and then the bad side you see those as, oh, it's just another
Mm,
mountain we need to climb,
mm,
and we will eventually get to the other side of the mountain and say, oh, look what we did, we climbed it, right? Like that is how you're supposed to look at it. And then it's like life, it's like street bumps. You know how when you're driving and then every now and again you see like a street bump where you need to slow down and then get over it, and then you go again, something like that, that you have to look at it from that angle. I think if we can bring that more to majority of people, especially even on social media, I think the bad discussions on TikTok and Instagram about marriages will eventually go down, right?
yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
opinion. I think most of the people that have negative things to say about it, it's mostly because they went into this thing with a different
Different
idea of
idea.
what they
It's true.
thought it was, and then reality sets in, and they are so disappointed. They didn't know this is what marriage was.
Right.
They didn't understand that it will get to a point where things can get this crazy that you might want to unalive the person next to you, but you are like, nah, but that's my person though. You can get to that point where you look at him and like, I really want to unalive you right now, but you are my person, so
Yeah.
I will do whatever it takes to keep going on this journey, right?
Yeah.
They don't hear those a lot, so it gives that negative conversation a lot on social media. Oh, marriage is like that, and I don't want a man, and men are like this, and women are like that. It's like everybody just, these gender wars just fighting each other, right? My next thing that I wanted to
Oh,
ask was
come
something
again.
regarding what I forgot the name, the one sitting next to Tiwa. I apologize, I forgot the name. You
Jonathan.
said
Is
something
it
Tracy.
about
Jonathan?
this
Jonathan or
partnership, long life partnership thing, right?
is
And
it
I don't
Derek?
think it's
It
Derek?
bad
was
Oh,
in
it's
Tracy.
itself.
Tracy.
Tracy.
I
Okay.
think to some extent, yes, it's a long life partnership. However, we live in a generation where that word can actually make you think something else when you are in the union.
Mm.
And I don't know if, Lady Mary, you get where I'm going with this. That word partnership can start to make you think something completely different.
Yeah.
And what
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean
Yeah.
by that, let me ask the
Yeah.
question first. Do y'all think that when you get into this union, that one is somewhat having a higher status, for lack of a better term? One is somewhat having a little bit of a higher status than the other in terms of the man and the woman.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, can you clarify the
Let
question?
me,
Like, what
let
do you
me,
mean by
I know
one
it's a little
second.
confusing,
Can you
but
guys
if it
hear
is
me? Oh,
confusing, you
no.
can
Yeah.
ask and
Can
I
you hear
will
me?
We
definitely
can hear
clarify
you.
that.
Can you like explain like what you mean
I
by
don't know if I
like,
can hear nobody else but
wait,
me.
can you guys hear me?
We can hear you,
Yeah,
but
We
I
can hear
can hear.
you.
Let me see. I'm not sure why, but I can
can
hear.
you hear
Let me
me?
try to exit it and then
Wait.
get back.
Okay. Oh, so Benedicta, if you guys can hear me, he was saying that when we talk about Tracy, I think Tracy mentioned something about partnership. And so I guess he wants us to go into it because partnership, sometimes when you say partnership, it can mean a whole lot of things, right?
Mhm.
Okay, see back. Let me see. Okay, so probably, okay, he's not. It can mean a whole different stuff. Sometimes, if we take finances, for example, okay, we're in partnership. We have to be able to work together. But no, some people don't believe in 50-50. Some people believe in 70-30. Some people believe in 80-20. So I think that is what he is trying to clarify so that we understand that when you say partnership, then truly, truly be ready for partnership. That's what I'm getting from what Mensa was trying to say. But then I want him to come on. Mr. Mensa, I'm sure you
Yes.
can hear us. Okay. So Benedicta was asking if you can clarify that partnership. And I was trying to clarify it, but I don't know if you are towing the same line as I'm thinking. I'm thinking that sometimes people say partnership, but then when they get into the marriage, they are not able to fulfill that partnership duties. So and then I gave the example as when it comes to finances. When we say partnership, what is partnership? We have to go in all the way, right? We are both in. But some people would rather do, some people would say, okay, you make a higher income. So let's do 50-50, 70-30, and things like that. So I don't know if that's the same line that you were going, but you can give us that clarification and we take it from
That
there.
wasn't the line, but that is also a different angle that is good. I
Okay.
think the line that I was hitting at is mostly so, like even if we look at partnership in terms of like even business or anything,
Mm-hmm.
there is always a role that each person is playing in that
Playing.
partnership,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Even though they both came together, there is a role that each person is playing. And I think that is what I was hitting at. I was hitting at that, when we go back to the beginning of time, and we listen to the story of the Bible, it says the lady brought the apple to the guy, right? However, if we look at the story carefully, when God showed up, who was he questioning? The guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you talking about the apple eating? Yeah.
Yes. Because when God showed up, God didn't call Eve and ask, "What did you do?" God is asking Adam, "What did you do?" Right? That is the picture I want us to look at. And I'm referencing that back to the class thing that we started the conversation with when we were talking about the class, right?
Mhm.
Like this, I want a person of this class.
I wouldn't
I
marry
think
anybody that's below my class or.
that is below your class,
Mhm.
right? I think majority of the time what happens is people have different mindset when it comes to marriage. Like, I want this person or a person of this class or a person of that class. And so when we get into the union and we think of the union as just solely partnership, it becomes very hard for one person to actually lead the home.
Mm.
And the reason why I brought the Adam story is because I personally believe that the Adam story is painting a picture to us that even though the lady actually did it, the home, which is the garden they were in, that was their home, was in the care of the man. You were responsible for that home, right? And I think nowadays what social media is teaching us is when we talk about this partnership thing, which is not a bad thing, like I was saying earlier, it's an amazing thing to have this long-term commitment partnership with somebody. However, because of how social media is identifying this union as, now we have situations where we say things like, oh, na ɔyɛ a na ayɛ den, ɔno ne ntumi nyɛ bɛrima, saa bɛrima ɔno na ɛyɛ bɛrima no deɛ yɛtwam.
Don't worry, Derek. He's gonna translate it for you, okay? And Jonathan.
Yeah, like, stuff like, oh, it doesn't matter that he is a man. It's just a partnership. So we both get to decide whatever the situation is, right? And I think it is breaking a lot of marriages, even though people are not paying attention. I think when we start getting fixated on this partnership thing so tight, we get to the point where we forget that the person that we pick that person to be a leader of a
One
home.
has to lead, yeah.
One has to lead the home. Because when shit hits the fan, and excuse me for my language, when it hits the fan, somebody will have to say, we're going here. That is not the time to say, no, you need to let me think about it. And then no, when it's happening. I remember one of my favorite comedians, T.K. Kirkland, once said, he said, when I'm with you as my woman and we're walking and you hear me say duck, just duck. Because you're trying to find out why I'm asking you duck. Now you are dead. Did you catch it?
Yeah.
Now you are dead. Just duck. We can talk about why later. We can talk about the why later. But when I say duck, just duck. We will talk about the why later. I think the partnership thing makes the modern generation and the society get so fixated on. Why? Tell me why. Why should I duck? Why should I do this? Why? Right?
Right.
And nobody's leading the home at all. It's just, oh, whatever it is that we both agree on. But then you come to realize that is a manipulating way of saying what I say goes. Because eventually, if the lady says no, it won't happen. So that means what she says yes to happen. So she's actually the one in control. Right? That is why I was bringing that light to the partnership thing. That it's amazing to say, yes, I have this long-term commitment. I have this long-term partner. However, if you are not careful, you will take that too far and you might not allow a person to lead the home. And you need to allow the man to lead the home. And my advice in that area that I always say, bringing it back to the class conversation, is if you meet the man and you don't think you can make room for him to lead the home, don't marry him. Don't do it at all. Because remember, that's why we started with choice. The love is a choice. Don't choose that person. Because if we look at how the Bible describes it, it's Abba, Jesus, man, woman, and kids. And we need to stick to what the Bible is saying. Abba, God goes, Jesus, man, woman, and the kids. It doesn't mean the woman is useless. I think that is where the confusion sets in.
I was going to ask you something about that too, because I know what you just gave was for the man, like allowing the man to leave and saying that if you meet the man and you know that you cannot make room for him to where he can be himself or where he can lead you, then do not go for it.
Don't go for it.
I was going to ask you then what would be the vice versa for the man? If a man meets a woman.
The same thing. It's the same thing. If in the earlier stages of the relationship, can you all still hear me?
Yeah, we can.
It feels like I lost the sound.
No, we hear.
Okay. Yeah. So if you meet a woman and she's one of these club talking, combative. Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it because she's gonna keep doing the club talking, snapping at you. That's her. It's not just going to disappear just because you married her. Don't do it. If you meet somebody that you sit down with and discuss long-term goals with and say, this is where I want us to go. If she's not looking at that vision and saying, yeah, I think I like that vision. What do you think we do with this side? Maybe we can incorporate this too, or maybe we can incorporate that. And the man will listen to all these other ideas and say, yeah, I think that this one is a good idea.
Yeah.
I think maybe we can ignore that. If you don't meet the person you can have this type of relationship with, don't do it. And it goes both ways. Don't do it at all. I think what society is teaching us now is that, oh, you have the degrees,
Yeah.
so you get to say a lot. And he doesn't have no degree at all. How is he the one leading you when you are the one with the degrees, right? It doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. Don't pick him if you can make the room for him to lead.
Like that.
Because if you pick the right leader, this is what the right leader does. Remember, Jesus said something. What say? Do you get the picture I'm painting?
I think, Jonathan, we're waiting for you to
Can
translate. Sorry, Derek. Can you guys hear me?
The one that is
Okay.
the leader amongst you is actually the one that serves you. So if you pick a man that is actually going to lead your home right, I can promise you that man will serve you in any way possible as the wife of the home. Do you get the picture I'm painting?
Yeah.
He will not submit to you, but he will serve you in any way possible. Meaning everything that he's doing, he gets your thoughts on it.
Yeah.
Everything that he's doing, he believes ultimately it is for the betterment of you and the family and the kids and everybody involved.
Yeah.
The one that is the leader will serve you. They will not lord over you, right?
Yeah.
That was the picture I was trying to paint. Because I think the initial conversation, that's why I was asking questions. I wanted to gauge where the mind is at. And I think most of the time, it's not that this is what you guys are thinking or doing, but I think it is the way the human brain works. It buries itself subconsciously in your mind and you don't even know it. But you get into the situation and now it's trying to spit all these things that got buried in your mind subconsciously to you. That, oh, I'm the one with the degrees. Why is he getting to, this is a partnership. Why is he telling me that I should do it this way? You get what I mean?
I know.
That is where I was really hitting at. And like I always say, I don't think that makes a woman less. I think it makes you more powerful. It makes you more powerful. And unfortunately, social media is trying to make it look like men think they are better than women and some other women think they are better than men. But what we need to understand that if you take a battery, the positive side and the negative side comes together before the battery works. If the negative side is not there and it's too positive, it doesn't work. And if it's two negatives, it doesn't work, which means we are both equally important. We are just important in different ways. I would just end it there. And then I don't know if there are like any additional stuff that we can tap into, but that was what I was hitting at when I asked about the partnership.
Can I say something?
Can you guys hear me? Can everybody hear me or no?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Mensa, can you hear me? No.
I heard a little bit of sound, but then it just went away.
Can you hear me now or no?
Yeah, I can.
Okay,
I can hear you. At some point, I couldn't hear you, so I exited and came back. Oh, she's gone.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I just can't hear Lady Mary though.
You can't hear me?
I can.
No, I can't. I can't hear you.
Okay, if you guys can hear one another, then that's fine. Do you guys want?
Oh,
We
now
can
you're
hear you.
gone. I can't hear you.
I
Okay,
can
Okay,
hear.
let me exit it and get back in again.
Okay, I guess we can have our own chat. Now I can't even hear anyone. Oh my days. I'm just gonna exit and come back as well.
Use y'all. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey,
Can you
why
hear?
can't I hear nobody else?
Can you
Can you
hear
hear?
us?
Okay, I can hear you now. Okay,
Okay,
good.
perfect. So I think the only person we're
I
having.
was asking, I hope I didn't confuse y'all.
can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can.
You can hear me now.
No, we can't hear you.
Lady Mary, I can't hear you.
I can.
Okay.
I can hear her.
What is happening?
Okay,
I can hear
I do
everyone.
believe.
Yeah.
Now I cannot hear nobody else.
I can hear everybody.
Can you hear me?
I
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
You can hear
I,
me.
I can't hear.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead. I'll be back. Go
Oh,
ahead.
Lady Mary, you're gone
Let me
again.
see.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
I can.
Yeah.
Even the
The
girls are gone.
StreamYard is acting up.
At this point, it's just me,
Okay.
Benedict, and Derek.
Can you guys hear us?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Okay,
can.
thank God. Praise Jesus.
Mhm.
Now it's left for two
Shinitz,
more.
can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear
But
me?
I cannot hear you.
Oh.
I think it's only
Okay.
three of them.
Okay, we
I've
can.
been good this whole time. That's weird.
Can you
Thank
hear
God.
me?
Derek's is the
Yeah.
Yes.
yes.
Good.
Okay.
Okay. No. So does anybody have so I guess we
Oh,
really wanted today to be like an educational really opportunity because I know that definitely some of us have, like we're parents and we've gone ahead and sometimes people might have the wrong thought process about life and relationship and all of that, right? And so we wanted to make this uh, as also like a learning opportunity. That's why Mr. Mentor is going, it's ongoing because I told him, you know what, let us use this opportunity for us to also learn something.
Okay.
I hope you can hear everybody now.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Perfect. Okay. All right. So, with everything that he said, the ladies will come in. Okay. I wanted to ask a question and say that. So, who is going to marry those that are the women that are yappy with
Hmm.
sharp mouth? Mensa said, "Don't go for them." So, who's going to take them? But
Lady
okay.
Mary, can I answer this? I know you were throwing this question to the ladies, but let
Okay.
me
Go ahead.
let me
Go
say
ahead.
something. I believe God has made everyone special for everybody. Right. That is why before we marry, you have to pray about it so that God will help you locate the right person for you. No matter how worse you think you are, or no matter how worse you think the person is, you see that at the end of the day, he or she is the only person you can click on with. He's the only person or she's the only person like that understands you no matter what. So if you pray about your marriage or your partner before you get into it, no matter how annoying people say you are, no matter how worse people say or describe you to be, you see that this particular person, you click in everything. Like you don't annoy, even if you annoy them, they are still around you. So I believe if you pray for the right person, there's no such thing like, oh, if everybody is looking for the right person, who should marry the wrong person? Everybody, God has made everyone in His own image, and everybody is special. And God, this is not in the Bible, but I heard from somewhere that God created everyone and their partner, not partner as in marriage, but God created every like what's it called like
Pairs.
pairs. Yes, so with your woman with Sebeka, if yours
Okay.
is in, you go get them.
So I only asked that question just to say that know whom you are, to Mensah's point.
Right.
Know whom you are and what your expectations are or what you can handle. Everybody and what they can handle. So if you know you cannot handle a yappy woman, if you know that this girl all she does is party and party and you know you can't handle it, reanalyze and readjust. If you know this guy, listen, I can't handle the bad friendship, I can't handle this, I can't handle that. Know what you can take. have a purpose and a vision, know where you're going, and make a choice based on that. Because if you say that, yes, though she's yuppie, but you know what, she's hardworking, she can provide, though he's this, he can provide, and all that, how long is that going to continue? And like we said, this is supposed to be a lifelong journey. So how long can you go for that? And if you know you can't, then readjust your decisions. So I wanted to ask the ladies, okay? Mensa, I've heard, and this, yeah, the ladies, I've heard people say, um, alpha women, okay? There was an issue where the lady who thought she was an alpha woman, she got married to a man, and the guy didn't have money. He didn't have it. He was from I don't want to say poor, but the family didn't have. But being that this girl too, she went to school, she's an alpha woman, nobody was coming her way. Finally, she decided to just settle with this guy. Though that wasn't, according to her, quote unquote, not her class, not what she wanted, but that was the only person that, she felt could make room for her. So she went for him. After going for him, this guy ended up, he does everything, do the laundry, the pennies, the brass, everything, he does it. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but his family came to visit, and they're Africans. Omensa gone. Okay. The family
No, I'm
came,
here.
the family came to visit, and the sister saw that this guy is literally pulling the panties out of the laundry bag, and said, "Wait, what is this? What my brother's over here doing?" And it was a whole lot of issue. Now the guy is finally saying he cannot do it again. It's not about the laundry that he does, but the level of disrespect. He did the laundry for the longest time. He didn't mind because the lady was the breadwinner of the home. But could he have seen all this happening? Maybe, but he overlooked them. So I'm just saying this to say that you don't want to overlook certain things because that person is providing financially or whatnot. There are people that will get married to people because, hey, he's been giving me right for the longest time. That doesn't mean he's your husband or she's your wife. No, I'm sorry, you don't make this marital decisions based on such petty things. So I just wanted to throw that in there. Alpha women, what do you guys think? To the ladies, Benedicta.
Okay, I want to start off by saying that I think like the beautiful thing about marriage, first of all, is that somebody has flaws and through it all, you're still choosing to love them, which means marriage is a choice. So if you think that somebody is of like lower status or lower class, again, marriage is a choice. If you know you can't do it, just sit down. Because me personally, I know I've had like conversations with my like parents and things like that. The thing about like Christian marriages is like regardless of everyone's status, the man is still the head of the household. So it doesn't matter how much money like as the like wife you make, you still have to give your husband the respect as the head of the household. Like you can't be like you're making more money, so therefore you're the one that's going to make the decisions. Like it doesn't work like that. So like if you're trying to do marriage like biblically, we're not looking at like earthly things or like materialistic things like salary and things like that. Because also like the man being like the head of the household, also like spiritually he's also in front, right? So like when we're also like thinking about like the man being like the head of the household, we're supposed to look at it beyond physical things. Like we're talking like knowledge wise, like leader wise, like the man leading the family. And when there's danger, the man, because I know if like at night, for example, we hear some knock at the, I'm not gonna get up to do it. I have a dad. Like I'm expecting my dad to be the one to probably put like the kids and the wife in the little room, and he'll be the one to what get
He
up
needs to go face
and
front.
check it out. You know what I mean? So this like generation, they all want to be like this, but personally, I want to be a baby girl. If my man says he'll take care of it, he'll take care of like just let men do what they need to do, and literally like that's that. So me personally, I think these are like conversations that like people also need to be having. And that's why like dating in like 2025, about to be 2026, is so hard because people don't want to understand that we are not the same and it's okay. I was just telling my mom about like pregnancy and how like women, like we literally keep like we create things for 9 months A man cannot give birth. That alone is enough for me to feel proud about being a woman because a man can never have a baby. He can never have a
Mensa.
baby. He can never get pregnant. Guess what? I
Yeah,
can. And there's certain things that a man can do that I can't do. So what? Eminal is it's literally not anything.
yeah,
So even like the whole like partnership is sometimes understanding that certain things might be 70-30, 60-40, 90-10. You just need to talk to your partner. Let's say that a lot of the times I do the cooking, but maybe there's a day like I had to work overtime. I'm expecting my like husband to pick up the slack a little bit, like cook a small meal. It doesn't make you any less of a man standing
yeah,
in the kitchen and putting rice on the stove. Cause I think of marriage as like sometimes whoever can get to something, just do it. Like if I usually do something, but today I can't,
yeah.
don't just be like, oh, well, you usually do it. So I'm gonna just wait till you're
I'll
free.
wait for you to
If
come.
you're
Yes,
free and you can do it, go
yeah.
get it done.
Okay then.
So also bringing it back to the whole alpha dominant thing, it's okay for like a woman to make more. I've just sometimes noticed that like when the lady makes more, she thinks like she's up here. That's what I've like tend to notice, which like I think we're humans. So sometimes like as women, like if we make more, we want to see ourselves. But like if we're talking like a biblical marriage, you have to put those like physical things aside. Or the women has a doctorate, but the guy only has like a like high school diploma. I'm so sorry, woman. If you're in a like biblical marriage, you have to put those degrees aside and still see the man as up here. And again, marriage is a choice. If you have a doctorate and you decide to marry somebody that hasn't gone to college or anything, that's your personal
That's your
decision.
choice.
If
True.
you have a doctorate, go marry somebody who's a doctor. Go marry. Don't get married to somebody of a lower status and then be a headache to the other person because they're not where you want them to. So me personally, I'm not gonna tolerate anything that I don't need to tolerate. Some women like it, some people don't. So just find it. Find what you can handle essentially. But as like dominant women, I'm not saying me personally, I wouldn't say that I'm dominant, but like I definitely like to take charge. Like I like to do my own thing. I kind of have this like independent thing going on. But
Mm.
because right now, hey, I'm a single gal doing what I need to do, right? But still understanding that if I have a man in my life that can do it, like I'm going to like I guess like bring myself down a little bit because I have a
And
man.
allow him to step in that place.
I want to be a baby girl. I think I'm me personally. I'm gonna stop thinking when I have a husband. My
Sure.
husband. I'm gonna stop
Mensa, can
thinking.
you
Yes.
guys hear me? Oh no.
Yes,
Okay.
I can hear you.
Eunice and Tracy, do you want to come in? You good? Come in. You want to say something?
I feel like for me, I don't I don't agree with the alpha women or whatever it is because I feel like just because you like Benedicta said, just because you make more than the men or you have you've collected degrees like souvenirs does not does not make you. I feel like again, a man should be a you should let a man lead. Honestly, I feel like in a marriage, it's not about who's more successful because that's not we're not here. Oh, because I have more degrees than I'm the man, or I should take the role. Like letting my men, like you said, letting the men do the I don't say the role of the woman, but letting the man wash your panties and stuff like that. I don't think you should.
So I think that with that, see, if I'm in the home with, if you're in the home with your spouse, okay, everybody and what works for them. If it works for you guys, if the man feels like doing it, if he wants to do it, there are people that love to do those things. Okay, and there are women that actually love that. They love it. But going to the extent of even when you have visitors and you're allowing this man, that's where I have a problem with.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Okay, because what you do in your home shouldn't, like, you know how our in-laws can be.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I have a problem with it. I mean, if you want to do it, why not? Hey, do you love it when he does it or she does it? Of course. But it should be between you and that spouse and not allowing it to extend to where outsiders or third parties or your friends. There are women that would even talk about, oh, this is what my husband does. No, that's not their business, because then you paint a different picture for outsiders. Meanwhile, this is what is working for you guys at home. So that's the only place I have a problem with. Like if you're allowing him to do that. The sister-in-law is sitting there, and definitely when she saw it, she went and told the parent, like, this is what your son is doing. Could that have been prevented? Of course. But Tracy, go ahead. You wanna continue, or you just want to come in? Whoever.
But yeah, like I was saying, I feel like letting a man lead does not make you less, or it does not make you inferior to a man. Like Benedicta said,
Yeah.
bib,
Biblical.
thank you. Like a man is supposed to be the head of the household. He's supposed to lead. He's supposed to, you're supposed to be like his helpmate. You understand? It doesn't mean you're like you're, nothing, and he gets. You understand what you have to say does matter, but he leads. You understand? He leads the family. He protects the family, and you, as the woman, is your job is to support him. To stand by him if he says let's go in this direction. Like I think someone said, if he says duck, just duck.
Yeah.
Don't question. You understand? You question later, but that's your husband. That's your this thing. You follow them, and I feel like if you do that, it allows a man to lead you well. A woman, if you're always complaining, you always want no, but I feel like da, 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 I also want my. You
Yeah.
don't. You have to let a man be a man. I feel like naturally, and I feel like it's men's nature. Well, some men don't know how to lead, but I feel like it's men's nature to lead.
To want to lead, yeah.
Yes, to want to lead. And I feel like it's also an ego thing. If you're always coming down on your man and belittling him and make him feel like less of a man. And no man wants to feel like that. And he can properly lead you if you're making him feel incompetent, useless. You understand?
Yeah.
Obviously, your ideas, your opinions matter, but it's more so you talk to him, you guys come to what he says, if it makes sense with reason, you guys go with that direction. But I feel like as a woman, you can still support, advice, and contribute in every way that you can. But letting a man lead, again, does not make you less. I feel like it's essentially about balance.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you work that way, you guys will it complements each other. It complements, instead of one person trying to control everything because you make more than your husband.
Yeah.
But no, so I don't agree with alpha women, or
Some of their things are
yeah.
different. Eunice, you want to come in?
No, I'm okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
Derek, someone has a question for you. Someone said, can you also ask the men what they think of alpha women? Would they marry an alpha woman? Or is it because they are worship leaders, they will just go for anything that comes?
No, I would. I think I've spent time with myself a little bit. I'm a little older to understand what I like and what I don't in alpha women. I don't think I could be in a relationship with one. I would obviously love my woman to have their input and give their suggestions, but if you're combative and you're always in my ear, I don't think I could be able to do it personally. I'm working on my patience, but those things I have like little patience for. So yeah.
Jonathan.
Yeah, no. I I can't do it. I can't do it. Yeah, I
What if she's an alpha woman and she's submissive? That's what somebody just sent in the chat.
So what is the definition of alpha woman then?
yeah,
So I think what the person is trying to say is, so the term alpha woman, I think it's a bad term. They shouldn't use it.
But a lot of them are using it these days on social media. Go ahead.
Yeah, they even say I'm a strong, independent woman too. That's another bad one. Uh, it, it's like saying a solid sand. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't go together. Don't do that. Don't say you are strong. You are a woman. So don't take those
Strong,
titles.
independent.
Yeah, don't take those titles and add it to yourself, because the way human brain works, I think I need to have a time to actually do like this human brain thing. The way human brain works, what you feed your brain, it's saving it for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You would think it's something that you just say. You are not just saying it.
Yeah.
Your brain is saving it for you.
Yeah.
You keep saying you are a strong alpha woman. It will show up when you get into a serious relationship. You will start acting like that because your
Mm.
brain remembers that you said you are. So it's gonna give you a lot of information about how to be one. And I think what they mean when they say alpha woman is say they are assertive, which is okay
Mm-hmm.
to be a little assertive as a woman, but you use that in your workspaces,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And not in
You
your
create,
home. Mm-hmm.
yeah, you create that persona for your workspaces. Because if you go into the work environment, especially in like the corporate world, you might need to be a little bit assertive to jump through the the hoops and stuff and climb the ladder. However, that persona stays at work. It doesn't come home. It stays at work. And I think people just need to pay attention to their personas. The problem we are having is for women, when they get all these degrees and these education and all that stuff, they naturally or inherently, women usually are very high in agreeableness, right? The more degrees and the more education they get, that agreeableness level starts to reduce. So they tend to get a little bit low in agreeableness. That means they are becoming assertive like men. Because men, most of the time, even without education, are very low in agreeableness and very assertive, right? So you're becoming like one, but you just have to be very conscious of what is happening because now you are gaining a lot of knowledge and a lot of
Mm-hmm.
wisdom in a lot of different areas. And so it makes you assertive because your brain automatically kicks in when you hear something that you are familiar with. Like, you know
Yeah.
this, you can chime in and speak your mind on it, right? So you just have to be conscious of it that, okay, all these degrees, all this education and everything is good. Being assertive is going to be useful for me when I go into this space. But when I come into this space, it stays right there.
Yeah.
You just have to be conscious of it. Just like, have you gone to a work environment and see our African American people talk like they talk at home? They are very polite and gentle. Well, meet him at the parking lot and see how he's talking on the phone. If it is the same, it's a whole different person.
Yeah.
The person that is in the office doing, all right, I appreciate that. Thank you so much, sir. That same person, you will see him in the parking lot and you'll be on the phone like, yo, bro, man, I was talking to that chick, man. You will think it's a whole different person.
Yeah.
It's a persona. They create a persona for the work environment and they have a persona with other people. So it's not bad in itself. Just don't tag yourself with
With that.
alpha because if you keep tagging yourself with that, your brain is going to gravitate towards alpha things and it
Yeah.
will keep record for you. It will keep record. And when you don't think you are using it, you will start using it. It's the same as the social media space. When you go into social media rooms and a conversation is going on that is a foolish conversation,
Mm-hmm.
don't listen
Yeah.
because the more you listen, your brain is saving the information. You might use it. And people know this. That is the reason why Patapa Nyomoba and one corner ebehete. The song is foolish. But the more you keep listening to it, now when you are alone by yourself, your brain will remind you that, oh, remember that song? One corner, one corner, one corner. And then now you're like, well, I don't know. I hated the song, but now it's in my head. Yeah,
Mhm.
because you keep listening.
Yeah.
They know that. That is why the DJs keep playing music continuously. And when the music starts, you're like, I don't like that song.
Mm.
But the more they play it, now
Yeah.
you like that song. Your brain will save it for you. So this information and this alpha strong, yeah, just leave those for those that want to do
Mhm.
that. You just understand yourself that okay, I need this persona that is a little assertive in the workspace. But when I come home, when I'm dealing with my kids, when I'm dealing with my men,
Family.
when I'm dealing with my family, now I'm not like that. I'm
Yeah.
as soft as it can be. And when you are like that, like I always say, if a woman is in his feminine energy, I can promise you, your man will kill anything for you. He will
You
kill
write you
himself for you.
the fattest checks.
He will do anything for you, literally anything. Because man and feminine energy is like
Yeah.
magnets and metal. It's
Mm.
like we go together.
Connect.
If
Yeah.
you are in that energy, he will do anything for you. But if you are very combative because you
Mm.
keep telling yourself you are a strong woman, you
Mm.
keep telling yourself you are alpha woman, yeah, he will not. He would like to
Yeah.
share everything with you. He doesn't even mind that you are doing something and he can help you. He knows you are struggling, but he won't. Because you say you are.
Yeah.
You say you are alpha woman. You keep talking back whenever he says something. So he
Go
will
for
watch
it.
you.
It's true.
Go for it, right? But if
Yeah.
you are very feminine in your energy around the man, he will serve you. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I wonder why the society is not seeing this. Like a man will do anything for you if you are in that energy.
Mm.
Like Tracy said, um, which is what I said earlier, when he says dark, just dark.
Duck.
Because most of the time, he has seen something. You haven't seen it yet. You just have to follow the lead. And he will tell you, you don't even have to ask why you asked me to duck. While you're on the journey, he will probably bring it up and be like, hey, you remember when I told you to duck? Yeah, there was this guy shot a gun, so I saw it coming. That's why I told you to duck.
Yeah.
Can I
He would
can I
tell
So
you.
yeah, you can. Oh, Mensa, can you hear me?
Yes, I
Jonathan
can hear
want to
you.
come in, but before you come in, so my last question, Minister Francis, I hope you remember this question. That my last question to you would be your advice for um this generation, okay, going
Okay.
forward, and then to everyone, Eunice, Tracy, all of them. My question to you is, with everything that you know now, what would you have done different, or what would you tell your younger self? With everything you know now from middle school, high school, and now in college, what would you tell your younger self? So that's the last question. But Jonathan wanted to come in. Jonathan, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say with everything that we've talked about, I think that there is a world where it can work. I think a lot of like what I've been hearing is that, oh, there are some people with these personality traits and this is how they are, and just be with whatever fits you. And I agree with that to an extent. I also do think that like when we look at the alpha women and how they're combative, how some women are combative and they don't want to submit this and that. Sometimes they just act accordingly to what they just don't know.
Mhm.
I think the responsibility for us men is that sometimes women need to like be loved. They need to show we need to show them love because sometimes we just look at them and put them in a category as like, okay, we're gonna leave the leftovers to them. I don't think it's always like that. I think sometimes it's like, first of all, we're all human, we're all imperfect, but sometimes a woman's heart or a man's heart can change just because you can just show them that. And instead of being like, okay, this is not my type, this is not my type, sometimes don't use the fact that you're an alpha woman or your weaknesses as an excuse to stay that way. I think
Mhm.
if you really love someone, if you really want to be with them, you bring your weaknesses and you work on them to make that relationship possible. So that's just what I wanted to say.
Mhm. Someone
Right.
just asked you and the worshippers. Somebody said, "Can the two gentlemen who said they were worshippers tell us, do they prefer more of church girls, or do they think that there has to be a balance?"
No, what?
They just have to believe in God, I believe. It doesn't have
No,
to
they were
be like,
asking. They were asking. They know you're married. They're asking the two
oh, okay.
worshippers. It
I
says
mean,
that. Did you hear the
it has to be a
question?
church girl. There's
She
no
doesn't have
way.
to be a church girl.
It has to be.
It has to be okay.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, okay, okay. So, ladies, Eunice, you want to come in? What would you
Um.
tell your younger self?
Oh, okay. What would I tell my younger self? I would tell my younger self that waiting is key. Like you don't need to be talking to somebody. You don't need to like. You don't need to. Um. Stay to yourself. Learn, mature, grow. When the time is right, God will send that person, and everything will work out. But as for like, oh, he's cute. Oh, he's cute. You know, he can be cute, but when he treats you, it's not gonna be cute. So yeah, that's what I would tell myself. Just
Sure.
wait,
Wait.
and when you get older, God's gonna send you that one. Period.
Tracy.
I feel like it's the same thing. There's time for everything. My friends always say there's time for everything. You know,
Same.
they always say establish yourself. Make sure you're complete. You have something going on for yourself
Yeah.
before you decide to go chase a man, go marry or whatever. And besides, you're not supposed to chase a man. You're not supposed to chase a man. He
Thank
who finds a
you.
wife. So he's gonna come. Establish yourself. He will come. But yeah, that's what I have to tell myself.
Benedicta.
Well, before I
Well,
answer that
sorry.
question,
We have there. Go ahead. We have a few minutes. Go ahead.
okay, like I just would like want to start off by like encouraging the women that I feel like a man who like genuinely loves you is not going to treat you like you're below him, right? Because I know with my dad, literally when I tell you there's certain times when we ask for things that he'll literally like ask my mom instead. And if my mom says yes, that's when my dad will say yes. It doesn't mean that my dad thinks he's below my mom or that kind of stuff.
Mm.
It's just that like because he loves her so much, like he still wants her input. Like there are multiple instances. I don't know if my dad knows this. We'll like tell our mom beforehand, mommy, like because we know that so far as mommy says yes, my dad is gonna say yes to everything my mom says yes to. So that's just like a little encouragement that a man who loves you is not going to treat you like a doormat. Like he's still
Mm.
going to like put you up there, like right
Mm.
beside him. But something that I would tell
Your
my
younger
young
self.
sister is I'd probably tell her
Yeah.
that her like expectations are not too high and that God is like going to give her somebody that's going to meet them. So not to like compromise her standards, expectations. I've seen it, it's possible. People tell me I'm picky. It's because I'm picky. I haven't even had a heartbreak yet. So let's keep the streak with me. If I can have a one and done, if I can have a one and done, then it's great. Like I just like the first person I talk to, I literally want that to be my husband. But
Okay.
I would probably tell her it's very possible. So to just keep like building herself. Don't ask something from a guy if you can't give yourself that.
Yeah.
So I'm
Mm.
definitely in that mindset, trying to build myself so that when he comes and he's up here, guess what? I'm gonna be up here too. So then we're good. Yeah.
Minister Francis. What would
Okay. Yeah, you said what's gonna be my advice to the next generation, right?
yes, this
Right.
generation.
I'm just gonna say everything we've spoken about is it comes down to choices. You choose who to love. You choose to be married and get married. You choose. It all comes down to choices. So let's choose wise. To the ladies, when it's time for you to choose, make sure you're choosing right. And then, like everything we've said, when it is time for you to choose, make sure you are considering a lot of things. If you don't want to be led, if you think you are the alpha type, if you think you are too much, just make the choice because it ain't gonna end so well.
Mm.
To the gentleman, I would say that sometimes, see, a lot of ladies tend to be alpha not because they are, but because men force them to be. Because you're trying to lead, but what's there? Like, what are you leading? You're not leading enough. So sometimes they will just end up, leading in terms of provision for the family, in terms of advice, in terms of everything. Like you are absent, you're not there. So if you want to lead the family, make sure you have something worth leading so that the people you are leading can follow.
Mm.
Um, I just, in general, I'm just saying to everyone that everything, again, like I said earlier, comes down to choices. So make sure you choose wise.
Choose wise. Mensa, what would be your I don't know if you have anything else, but before then, what would be your
Um,
advice to the young ones? And it goes for everybody, everyone that has come on today. Go ahead.
yeah, I think, well, everybody else has said a lot. Maybe just add, the term fake it till you make it.
Mhm.
Let's, use that when it comes to this. So pretend you are a wife till you become one. Start
Mm.
moving like one. Start acting like one. If you are
Is it
somebody
is
else's
that more
wife,
like what they say, dress for the job you want or whatever? Okay.
exactly, dress for the job
That's
you
for your
want,
miracle.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you don't think a certain behavior, a certain way of dressing, a certain way of speaking is worthy of a wife, then you don't do it, even though you are not one yet.
Mm,
Because the more you do it thinking that I'm not a wife yet, so I can just dress anyhow and put it on
that's true.
social media, nobody's looking at you like a wife, so nobody will come. Do you get the point? So fake it till you make it when it comes to that. Act like a wife, move like a wife, think like a wife, and more than likely you will become one.
I'm sorry. I have a question.
And
Yeah.
somebody
So,
somebody also have a question for Derek and Jonathan. Why though? Why what have they done today? Go ahead, Tracy.
They are causing traffic.
Yeah, there's Tracy, ask your question, but they're saying that would you guys marry a woman? It says, what's your take on when the church guys say my woman must be prayerful? And also, do you believe that because you guys are worshipers, your women also have to be in the place of worshipers or what? But before Tracy, come in before they answer your question.
um, well, first I had something I was gonna say that if you do the whole alpha thing or whatever, I feel like it all comes down to if you pick the right man and the man who knows how to lead properly, you won't have an issue letting a man
Mm,
lead. And
okay.
I feel like if you have an issue letting your man lead, then you did not pick someone who you
Mm,
thought was worthy enough to lead you. And
mm,
that's a problem. So
100%.
it all comes down, pick someone you know can lead you and you can trust. That way it makes it easy for you to let him handle
and those
everything.
things. Mm,
But and my question was, you were saying fake it till you make it. Act like a wife till you
mhm.
become a wife. And we're just wondering. So if you're dating someone, does that mean you should be in his house cooking for him and
No.
cleaning and
No,
stuff?
no, no. I don't think that's what he
That's
meant, but
So
not.
he'll
that's
answer
not
you.
what I meant. No, that's not what I meant.
That's
Yeah,
That's a good
don't.
question.
Because I
That's a good
say that
question.
because these days some guys
No,
like
Tracy, it's
to.
okay. That's a very
I'm
good
with you,
question.
Tracy. I'm with
Let him
you.
go. Yeah, go ahead. Tracy,
That's
go ahead.
that's a really good question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some
Yes.
guys say, "Oh, I want a wifey material girl," and so you got to show them that you're wifey material, and you got to
Uh-uh.
cook, you know how to that before they want you,
So
because
showing that you are a wife material, it's not behaving like a wife in that aspect
Yeah,
throughout, right?
yeah.
So let me give you an example. You are dating a guy, you went to his house and it was the weekend. He was trying to, do a little laundry here and there. He was trying to cook something for himself, and then you just, happened to visit him. And then you're like, hey, let me help you with that. You jump in, you help him with that. That's about it. You don't get up and go to his house to go do his laundry and
To
go to
go
his
cook.
house and go
Mm-mm.
cook. And no, that's not your job. You just happen to be there. So when in that type of scenario, he is seeing that and saying, oh, the moment you leave, I can promise you he would think about that. Like I like how, she didn't just walk in, saw me cooking and doing laundry, and just decided to sit on the couch, grab the remote, turn on the TV, cross her legs, and get a wine. Now that is a whole different person that he probably will not marry. But if you just, stood by him while he's cooking, hey, what do you need help with? Can I help you with that? Oh, let me give you a hand with that. Okay, yeah, you can put this one in that one. Something like that. You are showing him that yes, you are a wife material. You can do this. But it's not your job yet. So you won't just come in and then every weekend you show up to do the laundry.
Mm-mm.
You show up to cook food for the week
Oh
for
my
him.
God.
No, no, don't do that. It's the same thing with,
Makes sense.
like if the role is reversed, right? I always tell guys that the lady is not your responsibility. So you marry her. It doesn't mean that if she comes with a problem that you are not supposed to help her solve it.
Yeah.
You're supposed to come up with a solution like a man should. Like, hey, you know what? I think I can't maybe financially help you with that, but I think if you do this or do that,
Yeah.
this might work. This can go that way. But don't show up and just because you want to prove that you are a man, you woke up and you bought a wig, you bought iPhone 17 and you bought black. That's not your
Mm-hmm.
responsibility.
Yeah.
That's not your job because that's not your wife. You are not responsible for them yet. When the father actually holds the daughter's hand and hands the daughter to you,
Yeah.
now the father is saying, salute you. Here is
Yes.
the job I was doing. It's your job now.
It's your job
Now
now.
you can say, if she wants the iPhone, you either have to talk her into changing the iPhone 17 to 13, or you have to get the 17.
Yeah.
But before that, no, it's your
Yeah.
girlfriend. You're learning each other. Like you're
That's
not
it.
supposed to show up, and which is what unfortunately some of the Ghanaian ladies are doing now. So when you now beside Ghanaian by, hey, I like you, I think I want to get to know you. Tomorrow, she needs a wig. The next day, she needs money for phone. She needs school fees.
Transportation,
She needs transportation.
money
No,
for
that's not your
gas.
job. Yeah, that's not your job. So Tracy, to answer your question, no,
No. Yeah.
don't show up and start doing all the cooking and doing all the laundry, and no, that's
Yeah.
not you. What I
Thank
mean specifically is present yourself as one, right? Watch how you dress, watch how you talk publicly, watch how you present yourself. If I don't know you and I met you on social media, if I pull your social media page is going to tell me who you are.
Yeah.
So from now on, go back to your social media. What is your social media page telling about you? Is it saying that you are wife material, or is it saying you are somebody I
Yeah.
can have fun with?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
if I open your page and it looks like somebody I can have fun with, that is the intention I will come with.
Yeah.
I want to have fun
Yeah.
because your social media is telling about you, who you are. So that is how you're supposed to move. And that's what I meant by fake it till you make it in that aspect. Present yourself like one.
I like that. Yeah. Thank you. Do you guys want to answer the question, or we can end? It says that, is it because you guys are worshipers? I'm not sure if
Can you say the question again?
it says that. Do you guys believe that as a worshiper you have to be married to a worshiper as well?
100%.
Or
For me, worshiper does not mean holding a microphone on stage. It's your lifestyle. It's if they're not a praying person, if they're not living a godly lifestyle, leave them. So it's the prayers of my grandmother, great grandmother, all my bloodline. That's why I'm here today. So
okay,
yeah, that's what I'd say.
you have to be able to kaba and shaba. Derek.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. You don't have to be like the loud one and start, doing all that,
Yeah.
but you have to have a prayer life and you have to be a worshiper. I
Okay.
think those are like fundamentals as a Christian. So if you don't
Yeah.
have that, that's a no no for us.
Well, thank you so much. It's been an amazing session. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate to everyone that tuned in. This month, we are dealing with our finances as the new year. So please stay tuned on that. Minister Francis, to Eunice and Tracy, Benedicta, and Derek with Jonathan. Thank you so much to everyone that joined us from the beginning. We appreciate it. Mr. Mason, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule with the children, your wife, and still making time to spend
I
these 2 hours
appreciate that.
with us. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. I said earlier, if you're on TikTok, please follow Mr. Mensah. The name is just as it's spelled on the screen with a 3 and not an E. Follow him. You will love the content he creates. And please follow us on YouTube. Minister what's the YouTube name?
It's Francis Ama, just like
Francis
what's
Ama.
displayed there. Yeah, on
Yeah,
all social media.
on all social media.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. We appreciate it. Have a good night.
Have a
Thank you.
good
It's a
one.
pleasure. Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Yo, yo, yo. Now your matter with the talk. Your life, your wahala, your breakthrough. Idea. Welcome to the chat room.
This no be ordinary place. Now a solution they show face. Lady Mary they lead the way. With guess where go blow your brain. Talk your matter make we solve 'em. No judgment, just love and wisdom. We they discuss, we they learn. Every episode you gon' feel the burn. Oh, the chat room. Now here we define the way. Oh, the chat room.
Oh, yes.
We go talk and clear, no delay. No delay. Oh, it's interactive, educative, informative, and unapologetic. Oh, the chat room.